Hello, this is Eric of Sparky Studio, and welcome to my review of the Haida CPL VND filter. We're going to see about the color shift. We're going to see about that CPL and VND to see if there's any X pattern and find out if it's worthwhile to get. Here's the filter from inside the packaging, and let's take that out. And here's the filter outside of the packaging. Now, when it comes to adjusting this, we simply turn the red outer shell for the CPL, that's circular polarization. And then we have this tab here that is for our VND filter to actually brighten or darken the image. Now when it comes to this, we have threads on the top here and threads also in the back here, making it more versatile than the Freewell V2. Now the Freewell V2 itself is 82 millimeters, and this particular filter is only 67 millimeters, so the X pattern out the outer edge is actually kind of unfair because this particular camera lens is only 58 millimeters, and you have so much wider hiding that edge. So when you see that review pinned in comments and in the description of this video, go check that out and you get an idea for that lens as well. At the end, I'm going to comment the main differences. This lens is 58 millimeter and this particular filter is 67. Just screw that on nice and easy. Just beautiful. The adapter I got for this particular one is a different one than the lens hood and the adapter I got for this because Canada and the US suppliers are different. One thing this Haida CPL VND Pro 2 at 67 millimeter and other sizes allow is a lens hood. So now we got a lens hood right here. This particular one came with a cover. Beautiful. Again, suppliers change based on location. Here's my lens hood in case I want to protect from the rain or any other hazards that may happen. And then I got my little dust cover. So now I can pack this away and have some protection for this. And this particular lens hood even comes with a cleaning cloth. Links in the description below. Now, one thing I did notice is no matter what I do right now, the camera is going to compensate and I'm going to have more contrast just with this. So let's check that out. I definitely can tell on my camera that I have a darker tone, and even if I open up the aperture more, there seems to be more contrast. So the camera itself will actually allow more contrast pop with this on it. Interesting. Let's get outside and see how this looks. Right now I'm testing my CPL. You can see that difference in the glass window. And now let's check out the VND. And now let's look at the sky. See for any uneven corners. Open it right up and then close it up again. And let's see in post if there's anything I noticed. When using a lens hood, keep in mind focal length. If I use this lens hood with my 23 millimeter lens right here, I will get black corners. That's why I'm using this small lens hood with this. So keep that in mind. Now let's get to the ocean where you test the CPL, ND, and color shift outside to see if I change color at all. But one thing we will notice is there is more contrast pop. Wonderful. White balance checked with the filter off. Filter is on, white balance checked to the camera, not to the filter. Now adjusting my CPL alone and see if there's any difference. Okay, and now let's adjust that VND as well. Big difference there. And since my camera's locked down, I can of course change my aperture to see if we get a little more darkness. And let's adjust that CPL again and see if it makes any difference for water reflections. Just move that red ring only. VND is not being moved. That tab is staying the same, so I'm just rotating back and forth. We can definitely see that difference in the water just by that CPL. And VND is not moving, so cool stuff. VND again, let's play that. There we go, it's wide open, and let's go get that contrast back in by lowering the brightness to the camera. And there's the ducks in the distance. Now here's one thing I don't like about this filter as much as, say, the Freewell, for instance, the V2. Because if we notice right here, there's a little bit of movement on my CPL, because this red part, this is my CPL adjust, right here, this red ring. It's not major, but it's something to note. If you're recording, say, water or anything like that, your CPL filter can change a little bit. And right here is our VND. So fully closed to fully open. Now this pin right here can be removed. It is held in quite tight, so I'll need like a pair of pliers that I can take it off. Now if I take it off, it's going to be very hard to put back in because the hole for the threads is so darn small. And it's not something I like doing. Now the point of taking this off is beyond me. I guess just if you want to control the CPL alone and forget about the VND, then I guess that's what you'll want to do. If you just want to control that CPL and not worry about this. To sum it up, what are my thoughts on this versus the Freewell? I found that the Freewell V2 at least appeared to me more grainy of an image rather than as smooth and silky as this. This particular filter worked wonderful for my movie creations.
Here we go. And here we go.
Is I believe the Freewell is a bit better for photography. If you're trying to do professional photography, honestly, I wouldn't recommend a VND, a variable filter. I'd recommend just getting a set filter because they don't have X patterns. It's the VNDs that generally have some sort of little issue with that. Of course, you can still get color changing happening, and that's just the fact of it's a filter in front of your lens. Though the V2, you can't really protect it. You can't put a lens hood. There's a raindrop that hits your lens. If you're making a movie or something like that, you're going to be screwed with the Freewell. Now, if you get the M2, I guess that's an option that has a lens hood option that you can have. So I never used M2, so I couldn't review it, couldn't test it. For color shift, the Freewell was absolutely, from what I experienced, amazingly accurate. Like I couldn't tell any difference. With this on versus off, I can tell a difference. It does more contrast punch, mind you, but I believe it has a slight magenta shift. So Freewell wins for accuracy. For the fact that this has everything here, it's lovely, but one thing that the Freewell has is it locks down this CPL when it's on there. You simply tighten it, it's on, and you can move the VND alone. Attaching threads, oh yeah, you go through Freewell for that. So less compatibility as well. But for testing, I have a video link in the description and pinned in comments. So check that out if you want an idea more what works for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Sparky Studio and help this channel grow. And have yourselves, as always, a most wonderful day.